There are 2.03 million imaginary friends in my head. I spend $6,050 per imaginary friend. Express all answers rounded to three significant figures. We are going to do three things with this problem. First, we are going to express the number of imaginary friends in scientific notation. Then we are going to express the money spent per friend in scientific notation. And finally, we are going to use scientific notation to calculate my total spending on imaginary friends. So let's proceed. Letter A. Express the number of imaginary friends in scientific notation. Well, if you recall, there are 2.03 million imaginary friends. Million implies 6. So this is the same as 2.03 times 10 to the 6th, which is scientific notation. Now, if you had forgotten that million means just times 10 to the 6th, you could have also thought about moving 6 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those 4 have humps. Then you could have said, I know scientific notation needs to be between 1 and 10, so 2.03, and how many spots from the end to the arrow? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Either way, you will get 2.03 times 10 to the 6th for imaginary friends in scientific notation. Express the money spent per friend in scientific notation. Well, the money spent per friend is $6,050. So, scientific notation says my first number needs to be between 1 and 10. So I'm going to start with 6.05. And recall, our initial page did say everything to 3 significant figures. So 6.05 is 3 significant figures. Now, how many spots, when I'm working for my exponent, how many spots from the decimal point to the arrow? So 1, 2, 3. It's a positive 3 because 6,050 is bigger than 10. It's a big number. So here is the scientific notation for the money spent per friend. And lastly, we're going to use scientific notation to calculate my total spending. Now, when you see the total, right, we're spending a certain amount on each friend. If we've got 2 million friends, right, we're going to multiply. So I'm going to take my number of friends, which is 2.03 times 10 to the 6th, and I'm going to multiply by how much I spend per friend, which is 6.05 times 10 to the 3rd. And again, we want our final answer to be to 3 significant figures in scientific notation. So the first thing we're going to do is combine our numbers. So we're going to multiply 2.03 times 6.05, and I come up with 12.2815. Then I'm going to do my exponents. And remember, when you multiply 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 3rd, we add our exponents. So we're going to end up with times 10 to the 9th. Well, if you look at your first number here, 12 is bigger than 10, which means it's a big number, positive exponent in scientific notation. So I want my decimal to be between the 1 and 2, which means I'm just moving my decimal 1 spot. So my exponent is going to go up by 1 because I moved it 1 spot. So I will have 1.22815 times 10 to the 10th. And now we need to go to 3 significant digits or figures. So 1, 2, 3. The second 2 will be our third one. This 8 tells us to round up. So our final answer is 1.23 times 10 to the 10th when rounded to 3 significant figures.